Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my part 2 questions and answers. So a lot of you have questions on my hair transplant, my journey, the products that I use, different questions that I might not have answered in my first video, but here's going to be a part 2 of that video that I have questions and answers on before. Okay, so the first question is, where did I get my hair transplant? I got my hair transplant from Longevita in Istanbul, Turkey, and I went to Kolan International Hospital to get it done because I got my transplant on a Saturday and the clinic was closed. So that's why I ended up going to the hospital. What is the name of your surgeon? I don't know the name of my surgeon. I'm so sorry. Honestly, I don't even think that it was a surgeon. I just think that these were students. Could be wrong, but the surgeon that I consulted with is a surgeon that drew up my hairline and let me know how many grafts we were gonna do, and that was that. And then when I went into the room, I didn't know nobody's name. They didn't speak English, so that was that. And it was two people working on my head. So there was one person on this side, one person on this side, and they was just getting it done. My eyes were closed. I did not want my eyes to be open. And also, if you can, definitely bring some headphones because you can hear everything. You can literally hear your scalp being scraped. You can hear them inserting the grafts. There's a lot of blood. You can hear everything. Definitely bring headphones because it's very gory. Like, ugh. Did the numbing hurt? Yeah, girl. Yeah, that numbing hurt. The numbing hurt so bad. But you know, I really mentally prepared myself for the numbing because I would watch hair transplant videos, and at this time it was like men that mainly were going to Turkey to get their hair transplants because it wasn't too many videos on women. They were saying how the injection for the numbing hurts, and it does. Do not underestimate it. And it's just like continuous. It's just needle after needle after needle after needle just in your scalp being moved around. And once I was completely numb, they tapped the needle on my scalp to see if I can feel it. And ew, like I'm getting flashbacks. And if it hurts, they add more numbing. If it doesn't hurt, start the process of getting the front of your hair transplanted. Would I get another hair transplant, and am I satisfied with my results? I would say so far I am satisfied with my results, but I just wish that things were done a little bit different. But I mean, you really can't go back in the past. It is what it is. I just wish I would have had sideburns and like I didn't get that scarring that I continuously talk about, because that scarring is scarred and it has no hair follicles growing out of it, and it is in the front of my head, which I've showed y'all in other videos as well. And I don't ever want to get another hair transplant ever unless I'm like, I really don't like these results, I really don't like how they came out. Then I don't know, because it's definitely a journey, and I'm not trying to shave my head again. I'm not trying to have the back of my head shaved. I have no interest of getting another transplant. So I would say no. But yeah, because it's a lot. It's too much. Did they do PRP on me? Yes. So I did get PRP right before I got my hair transplant, but I was already numb at this point, so I could not feel anything. I could just hear it like, and I knew that was the PRP because they let me know. But other than that, I didn't feel nothing. Did the hair transplant hurt? Me personally, no. The only thing that hurt was the injections for me to become numb. But after that, it did not hurt at all. I didn't feel anything. I mean, I did have blood leaking, but I mean, that was pretty much normal. And I had no pain whatsoever, no discomfort, no anything. The only thing that was uncomfortable was the first night of sleeping. And that was just something that you gotta get used to for like 2-3 weeks, is having your body elevated when you sleep. But no, and they give you medication as well. I felt like a tiny, like maybe like once that numbing started to wear off, the tiniest bit of pain. But as soon as I felt like I'm talking about a pinch of pain, I took my medications that they gave me and I was perfectly fine. How did I sleep? I slept elevated on a pillow, but I also had a neck pillow. Definitely bring a neck pillow if you can, because with them neck pillows, they're gonna do you right. Them neck pillows gonna get you together. because you know when you sleep you move your head around. When I had my neck pillow I was in one spot, and it also was extremely hard to sleep. And in Turkey we were downtown, so like you can hear the cars, you can hear the mosque, you can hear everything. Like you're not getting no good sleep at all. I had pillows, I had my neck pillow. It was just really hard to sleep, and making sure I'm not rubbing my head on anything or nodding off. But it was like that for like 2-3 weeks. So get y'all a neck pillow. Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, gonna do you right. When did I start wearing wigs? I think I started wearing wigs on month 2. I think month 2. I did have to go back to work, but I made sure that I had me a headband wig, and I got that headband wig from Amazon. I was not wearing a lace front, and like wearing a scarf, I don't know. I don't know. I decided to wear a headband wig, and I made sure that the band was extremely loose. And I'll also link that headband wig down below so y'all can see the one that I chose. I chose curly because it was the most natural, and that's how I went to work. As soon as I get off work, I'll take the headband wig off, but I didn't wear it all the time or just wear it when I go out. Like I actually was going out bald, and I didn't care. How much did my transplant cost? See, now I gotta go back in time because this is something that I just don't remember. But I'm gonna leave it here because I have no clue and I just don't remember. But I did do a video on that of how much it costed. So I'm gonna leave that right here. But yeah, this is how much it costs. And like I was saying before, I was making sure not to add no driver. Only from the airport I added a driver, because for my safety, I was like, at least let me have this driver here, and I get in a car with a random person in a different country. Once my man was there with me and we was taking taxi, pennies. How many grafts did I get? I don't know. That's a really good question. And the reason why I don't know is because I was told something different. I was sent to my email something different. And then I also was told something different in person. So I don't know, y'all. I'll never know. But anywhere from 2,000 to 2,700 grafts is what was implanted. I don't know if it was 2,000, 2,500, like we agreed on 2,500, or 2,700 like the lady told me in WhatsApp. So I don't know. Wish I could answer that for you though. I don't know. How often did I wash my hair? With my transplant, I wash my hair every single day. After my hair was healed, I washed it probably like 4 times a week, 5, because I still had like dryness and stuff like that. But every day when I had my hair transplant, when I needed to wash my grafts, my donor earring and everything like that, but after it healed 4 times a week, I was still bald, so I wasn't tripping. What products do I use? The products that I use is going to be Mielle Organics, and I also use Carol's Daughter. I use TGIN and some other stuff, but leave-in conditioners and oils wise, I'll definitely link that down below as well, and the products that I use, because I definitely keep my hair moisturized and I want my hair to grow and I want it to flourish and be healthy. So yeah. How did I wear my hair at the airport? Did I have it covered up? I didn't have no hair. Yeah, I didn't have no hair. I was not too concerned about covering my hair up. I did feel self-conscious because in Turkey, nobody cares. Nobody is paying attention to you because it's a very common thing for people to go over there to get hair transplants or surgeries. And in the US is when I'm like, people are really gonna be staring at me. But I was prepared for this moment. So when I was booking my flight, I did not book any connecting flights. I booked a straight flight there because I did not want to be in different cities or different countries, my head looking raw. I just was not going. But when I got back to Miami airport, it was not bad. Like, don't nobody care. And then at the end of the day, like, you gotta think like, it's just temporary. You're not gonna be there forever. Who cares? But I wore a mask for comfort because I don't know, I just felt it was comforting to wear a mask and have my neck pillow. So I'm like, kind of like squeezing it. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So I wore nothing on my head. Even when I got back home and my head was healing, you can't wear anything on your head. So when I did go outside, which wasn't often because I didn't want to have any sunlight, any sweat or anything like that on my head, I was bald. And quite oddly enough, I did get compliments when I went to the hair store. Somebody said I got a nice shaped head to be bald. So to be 100% transparent, I was not going to do any hair transplant videos. I was battling back and forth if I even wanted to do it, because I'm like, this is so raw, vulnerable, and personal. I don't know if it's something that I want to share, but I am so glad that I decided, I'm emotional. I'm so glad that I decided to do this, because there's so many women that go through this. It's so many women that we going through the same thing. Oh, y'all, I have to take a breather. It's so many women that go through this and that is like suffering in silence. So I wanted to share my journey, and I wanted to just share with y'all what I did to get my hairline back, because a lot of people don't even know about transplants. So I'm extremely glad that I did it, and I don't care what nobody gotta say. At the end of the day, say what you want to say, because this is my life and I gotta live this life. You don't have to live this life. I'm really excited for my journey. I'm also excited for y'all journeys too, because a lot of y'all have been going, and I know y'all are just as excited as I am, and I really do hope y'all get the results that y'all want. Y'all, we gonna get through it. It's a journey, but we gonna get through it.
I create with love.